Again, round of 64 matchup here in the CiC Qualifiers. We got Shrek is Love taking on LizG Gaming, or LizG Game. Just says LizG Game. I don't know. You might recognize a few of the names here on the Legion side. Pando, Dritz, and Pethin, I believe, both played for Reason recently in a scrim. I guess they were not picked up or whatever. Maybe they weren't even considered. Maybe they were just ringing. Cluckmuck, believe he used to play for. He used to play for TCP, obviously, because he's still tagged up. I was like, I knew where he was, and then, oh, look, there's a tag right there. I think other guy is also a name I recognize as well. So some pedigree here in the Legion side. Some guys that have done some stuff in the competitive scene before. And good luck to them. Good luck to their opponents in LizG Game. A team I've never heard of, and a team of players I've also never heard of. So we'll see how they do. That ding was me. I do say that because I hate it when other people, I'm watching something and there's a ding and I'm like, shit, was that me or is that something else? And no, that was me. Apparently I just lost the stream and now it's back. Okay, that seems to be alright. Well, whatever's going on with the stream, I don't even care because nobody's watching it, so whatever. I'm just doing it for fun, and if somebody decides to watch it, that's probably a bad idea because, let's face it, it's not going to be very high quality, and the VODs are way better. So, if you're watching this on VOD, which you are because nobody's watching it live, congrats to you, you made the right decision, and I'm going to start talking about the game now. Ophelia, Parasite, Bensington, and Rhapsody getting banned out initially. Strong bans. Parasite, not sure he's first ban material, as I've said before, but I understand where you're going for that. I think I'd rather take the Tempest out if you're looking for a jungle elimination. Parasite, just not that strong. He's a decent enough jungler, but not great. So, not bad. I'm liking the bans here for the most part. Bensington, really good hero to take now because he does so much. Obviously, 2 picks are in here so far. Kronos and Gauntlet getting picked up for Shrek is Love. That's a fun name. Glacius will be their 3rd pick. And the Hellborn side is going to counter with Drunken Master, Andromeda, and something else. So we'll see if either side uses Drone or Jungler. Tempest is available, as is Keeper of the Forest, Warbeast, Legionnaire, Solstice, a few jungle options here. And both sides have only picked up 1 support hero, so that does remain an option for each of them. Not too much to say though. Pretty standard, strong lineup here for the Legion side so far. Kronos, Glacius, Gauntlet. That's going to be a suicide Kronos almost certainly. Glacius and Gauntlet make a powerful mid lane. You could also have the Glacius do something else or even tri-lane here. Those still remain options, and so the versatility there definitely an asset. Kronos could potentially even short lane. But Glacius Gauntlet, I suppose, is going to be the middle lane, and we'll see what happens in bot. I suspect we'll see double dual lanes, 1-2-2 strats, and we'll see a hard carry and babysit support in the bottom lane. You could also see a more offensive support middle lane, maybe something like Engineer. He still available, but then there's Torture on the board, Empath on the board. Lots of stuff that the Legion side could go for here. Same goes to the Hellborn. Drunken Master can play in all 3 lanes. Puppet Master could even be a support, but probably won't be. So I'm guessing at this point we'll see DM Andro mid and Puppet Master top. They're probably still looking for a suicide and a babysit support. So I think both sides looking for babysit support. Hellborn looking for a suicide, Legion side looking for a carry. And we'll see if that reflects their bans here. Legion side banning out Master of Arms first, obviously a versatile hero, so could be running that farm or support role, and probably going to be a support, but no guarantees. Not a bad ban at all. Would fit the Hellborn lineup quite well. Give them yet another point stun. At this point they have 4 targeted disables, and that would be another one with the charge shot. Riftwalker, Wretched Hag going to be the first 2 bans here for the Hellborn side. Obviously Riftwalker usually run as a support. We almost never see her, but when we do, it's in that role. Would fit Legion's lineup fairly well as a babysitter. Should probably be okay. I'm not sure if we've seen her in that. She's usually a little more offensive. Her spells tend to do a lot of damage if they're lined up correctly. So it tends to be more offensive, but then you could put Glacius into the babysit role and then have the Riftwalker Gauntlet mid. I don't think that would work too well, but hey, I don't think that Riftwalker was really a consideration for the Legion side, so I'm not sure that ban makes a lot of sense. Hag makes a fair bit of sense, would be a solid short laner, especially if they choose to go for the jungle route. Allows her to just solo short, and then you pick up a jungler, you get yourself some late game, you get a bunch of strong lanes and things that would work out quite well. Pestilence, Kraken, the second two bans from the Legion side, looking to take out middle options, presuming that Drunken Master could be a suicide, or Kraken could be a suicide for that matter. TM and Kraken, two heroes that really fit in any lane. Solstice can be the final ban for the Hellborn side, as they eliminate a potential jungle option, and we'll see if the Legion looks for, again, me. We'll see if the Legion looks for a different support, or sorry, a different jungle option. Tempest is still on the board, obviously, so is Warbeast, so is Legionnaire. So is Cube of the Forest, so if they want to pick up something and run it in jungle, they can. I suspect they won't. I'm once again looking for that support, babysit, and the hard lane, hard carry short laner. But really, either of them is a possibility. Gunblade will be the pickup here, so that's presumably going to be a short laner. Interesting decision. Not a huge fan of Gunblade. I don't understand what the point of losing a bunch of advantages as a ranged hero is if you have to get yourself into melee range to do a whole bunch of damage. He does do a ton of damage if he snowballs, but he really kind of has to. Extremely versatile, extremely difficult to... not versatile, extremely... what's the word I'm looking for? Evasive? Yeah, that's a good one. Difficult to get away from, and difficult to catch. Voodoo Jester will be the last one. I love that pick. I know Nova used to play that a fair bit when he was playing, and he might be playing again, so we'll see. But this is a hero that, for some reason, gets almost no attention, despite being fantastically amazing. He's basically a better version of Glacius, in my opinion. Curse Ground does way more damage than it has any right to. The Casks are a better ability for multiple stuns than pretty much anything else in the game, especially in a teamfight in isolated areas, which is usually where they tend to take place. They also allow you to do a lot in dual lanes. They allow you to do a lot when ganking. And then, of course, the ultimate just does a ton of damage. It makes people focus him. So, I like it. I really do like that hero. He's a decent enough pusher, even with a mojo. And let's get it on. I'm a huge fan. So we'll see where they choose to lane that. It could be either Glacius or Voodoo in the middle lane with Gauntlet. I would suspect and hope it's Voodoo. I think he's a little more offensive as a support, and Glacius will do just fine in the bottom lane. Now, Glacius is a little more reliable damage, I guess, especially because the Casks are random, and Curse Grounds has super low cast range. But really, could be either of them. Hellborn finish off in lineup with Rally and Luna. I don't particularly like either of those picks, mostly because it feels like they already have a Rally-esque hero in Drunken Master, and I don't really want another one. Just a physical damage focused melee initiator strength hero, like that's not... they've already got that. They have two of those now, and they don't need two. And I'm just not a huge fan of Rally. Like I don't like that hero very much, but that's personal bias maybe because I suck with him. Well, I suck-ish. I'm not great. It's one of the heroes I just don't like to play, I guess, more than anything. But the Aluna last pick, we saw her last game with two teams, TCC and INDG, that you may or may not have actually watched yet. But as Swindle said earlier on a different cast, it feels like there are heroes that are better than her. So I understand why we don't see her picked up very often, because she's a strong laner, and that's really good. And she's a strong babysit because of her power throw, so I do expect to see her in the top lane, and that's in fact not what's going to happen. They could try lane this actually, so we'll see what happens, but it looks like they'll be running double dual lanes, and they're going to put Andromeda top with Puppet Master and Aluna with the Rally in the middle lane. That makes a little more sense because Rally is a little more offensive than Andro is, having the stun and the power throw. Then again, the stun is a nuke for Andro and it isn't for Aluna. But whatever. I'm not a huge fan of Luna. Like, I mean, in this situation, Engineer would have been a great pick. Would have made a ton of sense. I don't know why you do take an Aluna over an Engineer. So it will be Glacius Gauntlet middle lane, going up against the Rally and Aluna. Bottom lane will be Voodoo Jester and Gunblade, so that's quite fine in both situations. Top, it is going to be the Suicide Chronos, no surprise, up against the Andro Puppet Master. And they just stack massively, which is going to prevent Chronos from taking a lot more damage than he should. Is he going to time leap? No, he's going to fight this. So they put the stun and the puppet show down at about the same time, and that was a pretty serious mistake. Andrew going to continue to take auto attack damage. And Kronos is pretty sitting on solid regen here. 5 more tangos and health pots. Oh, you're in a lot of trouble though, buddy. A few more auto attacks. You will be able to time leap away and take the health pot, so just enough life there. Very lucky. And probably a little more aggressive than he needs to be at this point. But much better coordination there. Meanwhile, middle lane really missed the bloodlust, of course, if you're looking top. And Aluna drops his last auto attack. So this middle lane not working out too well in the beginning for the Legion side. On the other hand, they're Suicide Kronos for the Legion, or for the Hellborn. But they're doing much better up top with Kronos getting boxed out a bit. Puppet Master off to a nice start at 257 GPM. There's a stun. Puppet Show, not going to happen. Didn't have enough mana for it. If he had, that would have been a kill. So a bit of miscommunication there, I think. Bottom lane, DM not having the greatest time either. He is sitting still at 5 tangos, a health pot, and a mana pot though, so he should be mostly okay to continue sitting in this bottom lane. Top lane, once again, Kronos forced to take that health pot, so still has 5 tangos, but he's burning through his regen real fast. Puppet Show is available. He should be careful here because Andrew's going to hit 3 soon, and that could be a kill if he's not real careful about how he plays this. He is going to shoot once again, missing action in middle lane as we have Andromeda going down again, or Elena going down again. Glacier's coming in for the gank, and they're going to figure bottle blocks on Gauntlet here. It's not going to happen. He has the bottle, and he'll just be able to run away. So I should just be focusing on this middle lane. For some reason, I'm fascinated by top lane. Maybe it's the Suicide Kronos. I need to watch that. But nice run there from Jester, helping to pick off another kill onto this Aluna. And they will drop a ward here, in fact. Cluckmuck on Glacier is going to have to head back to base. Apparently Rally experiencing some lag. We'll get the pull off here. Jester still level 1. 36 experience per minute. It's really not very much, so he'll be able to get some from this. Obviously, a couple of CS should go his way, and he'll get solo experience anyway. And now he hits level 2, so that's real nice. Lane control going to be pulled back here as Gunblade gets everything under the tower, picks up a CS there. Looking at the creep scores here, Gunblade sitting on bottom at 22 and 13, highest CS in the game, so well done for him. 330 gold per minute. Gauntlet, thanks to all that kill involvement, is at 390 GPM and 21 CS. The same as the Puppet Master in the top lane, who's having a solid game himself. Blaze is going to put the freeze on. Will he be able to get the regen rune? Yes, he will, but he might die for this. There's the stun. There's another stun. And you're in trouble, buddy. Hook back, but Glacius will still fall. Meanwhile, over here, Drunken Master going to get the jump onto Gauntlet. We'll push him back off to the side, and we'll see if they have enough follow-up here. Bar Throw, in fact, will hit, but they'll be able to chase him under the tower and no further. Top lane Kronos do not doing bad at all. 164 gold per minute. Pretty good for a suicide. I'm going to put a bunch of damage here on the Puppet Master, but meanwhile, in middle lane, let's go watch that kill, and then we'll watch Kronos die on top. Drunken Master going to get dropped here in the woods. The first ground helps. The blast finishes him off. There's the Puppet Show, and the stun not going to be available because Andrew does not have the damage. So Kronos will in fact not die. And one more time leap could be a lot of trouble for Puppet Master, especially if Kronos can line up the correct auto attack, which he's probably looking to do. So, next auto attack will be a stun. And Puppet Master needs to be really careful about this right now, because he's going to get jumped. Yep. And one auto attack, and now you're dead. So, saw that coming from about a years away. Not sure why Hellborn didn't. In lane, meanwhile, they're going to get this cask onto Rally. Will stun him back, push him back in. Nice glacial ice imprisonment, and he's totally screwed. First round going to basically mean that even if he gets away, he dies. You cannot run from the curse. Glacius and Andro gonna see each other. Won't be able to do too much though, as Glacius will just continue to run away. Actually, no, he's invis, that's why. Bottom lane, meanwhile, Drunken Master actually drops. He has double damage room, but that's not nearly enough to get him away. This Andro's invis. I was wondering, like, how come he's just sitting there? Glacius will go bottom, gather this refreshment rune in his bottle. Andro's still sitting on him, looking for an initiation chance. Rally's going to run over here, and there's the stun. Going to be followed by the compel, and that's a dead Glacius, as Andro picks the last hit. Hook back here onto Rally, plus the ultimate and the just cast bounce actually was really nice there, but you're dead. So, 72 hero kills in favor of 6. And they're taking the 4K golden experience lead, so obviously having a very nice start to this game. Winning pretty much bottom and mid lanes. Not doing super well on top. Still 360 GPM here on Puppet Master, but Kronos is at 234, which is just fine. Meanwhile, Voodoo Jester is up here looking to set up a kill once again, I think. With Kronos' assistance, he has access to his ultimate. And the combination of the Kronos ultimate and the Voodoo Jester ultimate basically means something's going to die. If they can get the initiation. And it looks like Hellborn are going, yeah, this is suspicious. Lots of people are missing. We don't know where Voodoo Jester is, we don't know where Glacius is, and now this ward obviously will see Jester, so they know exactly where Jester is and know exactly what they're trying to do. Is he DD'd or is he just... Oh, that's the... some effect that Gunblade gives. Okay. That was a DD before. Gunblade tried to ult him, I guess. That's the thing I don't like about Gunblade's new ultimate. Like, you don't want to follow a hero around. If they have control. It's the opposite of the Rampage ultimate. And that's the reason the Rampage ultimate works is because you get to drag them, not the other way around. Anyway, it's odd. I know it synergizes with his abilities, but it kind of sucks. You have to go wherever they decide. They do find the ward there, so nice counter ward. They're like, yeah, I wonder why are they so passive? Yeah, that's why. Because they saw you, buddy. Compel back in. Rally does not do anything else. Demoralizing Roller comes out, though. Hook not going to hit there. Kronos is hanging around, perhaps looking for something. Obviously with the hook on cooldown, not going to find too much. Invis rune over here. Will get bottled up. We'll take the stun here though. But he should be just fine. Actually going to jump onto Andromeda, put the stun as well. Takes the but that's going to be in a bit of trouble. Puppet Master Show plus his ultimate will put the ultimate down on the Kronos, but that's not going to pay him for the power throw, and that will be a death. Puppet Master going to jump by the Gauntlet Blast and the Infernal Instability. He's dead. Rally can take the Curse Crown here, and that's Gauntlet ultimate as well. Rally, you're in so much trouble. Double tap there for Gauntlet, and they're going to try to pick another kill, as Aluna is perhaps the target of choice. He's running a bit of an odd direction. Should be able to get away though, as the rest of the Legion team is not interested on all of a sudden chasing super far into the Hellborn. Support coming in here in middle will be Rally, and the 4 heroes, the Legion, will in fact back up. A little odd, perhaps looking for a hook onto Rally, thinking doing the fake back. Hook will hit, well done there. That was imprisonment and the stun plus the Curse Crown. He's going to take way too much damage way too quickly, and the Curse Crown should be able to finish him off here. A couple more ticks, and it's not going to, yeah, he's definitely dead. And that's why Jester's fun. Am I gonna live? Am I not gonna live? Oh, no, I'm dead. Makes me laugh. So, everybody retreating to basically their own lanes, trying to pick up and farm here. As we've expanded to a 5.5k gold lead and a 5k experience lead for the Legion side. Putting themselves in a pretty strong position to win, by no means dominating or completely overrunning the opposing team. 10-3 hero kills, they are doing pretty well. Following tower falls. And nonetheless, they are, you know, not guaranteed to win this game. Hook back in here, and the Curse Crown plus the casks, just, you're dead. So, Portal Key from Gauntlet all of a sudden coming out, and yeah, he's dead. Other items from the Legion side, nothing too much to notice. Bottle and Steam Boots from Kronos, Energizer on Gunblade, nice pickup there. Mid tower is going to get heavily pressured here, as all 5 from the Legion are joining. Power Throw, in fact, will only snipe Kronos. Fortification goes off onto the tower, but it's not going to save that.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
Obviously, I haven't mentioned that Puppet Master did go Alchemist Bones here, so looking for a long game, I'm not going to find it. And really, against this team, that's a pickup that's very easy to disagree with. Gauntlet, a very mid-game oriented hero, looking to get the Portal Key as soon as fast and then start ganking like crazy. So the Alchemist Bones, a really greedy pickup in that matter. Similar thing can be said for Gunblade. As far as carries go, and he's only barely a carry, I think, he's really ganking oriented. He's looking for kills early on. So the idea that he'd just be able to sit back, farm, and make adequate use of that Alchemist Bones, I think is kind of silly. The Legion side was obviously looking to force the envelope as soon as they possibly could. So the greedy pickup there on Puppet Master also really just not paying off. He doesn't have enough items right now. Steam Boots and Whispering Helm not nearly enough to compete with the Legion side's farm. In general, just, you know, Legion side not out-farming, is out-farming the opposing team. Andro could be in some trouble if Glacius can get her by herself. Ultimate going down there, and man, they're going to kill Puppet Master. He gets the show put on him, but they'll definitely take that trade. Gauntlet going to try to chase down this rally at this point. He will hook him back in. Last auto attack, he'll get the kill. And man,
gonna be real good.
That was a great invis rune from Glacius. Up top, Drunken Master's nearly dead, and he's going to actually run into Voodoo Jester here. He has Cask Rain. Oh, nice stagger away. And he should be just fine. So, Fog, a bit of an issue there, but whatever. Top lane port coming in. And they're calling the GGs already. Maybe not. Apparently feeling like lag is to blame here, but I mean, Legion's side's no doubt in a commanding position, but they haven't put this game away quite yet. They're getting close.
Defeat.
I guess that's gonna be it. So,
Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
real good draft here from the Legion side, and I think a little bit better than the Hellborns, and no doubt that helped carry them to a nice, easy victory. They did really enough to solidify that in the laning phase. They didn't win this in the draft, but well played in either situation to the Legion side, and they will walk away with a victory.